So, hello class, this is me, Miss Majoy, and right now we're going to talk about a research title and introduction. Here in our lesson, we will create or we will craft how should we create working research titles. So, are we ready? So now, working research title. So this time, how we create our working research title. So when you say research or working research title, it is a working research title. It's very temporary title. I mean, so this is using during the initial stages of the research. It is a should be concise, specific, and accurate, so reflect to the study's focus. So it's help guide the research process and can be refined as the study progress. So ibig sabihin po, pag sinabi natin working research title, ito po ay nagbabago pa. Depende doon sa studies and dun sa SOP. Okay po? So, working research title pa lang po ang tawag sa gagawin natin. Okay? So, mas maganda, as much as possible, nakakagawa tayo ng title. And after nun, if magpapa-funnel na tayo or mag-create na talaga tayo ng mga documents or yung mga sa mga SOP natin and sa mga review literature, actually, na-adjust yung title. Depende doon sa loob or doon sa may laman, doon sa may SOP. Okay? So, kaya tinawag natin siyang working research title. So, again, it should be concise, specific, and accurate, reflect the study focus. Okay po? So, of course, the importance of uh, titles, uh, it is important of the title because it is part of our paper is read the most. Ibig sabihin, pag buklat mo pa lang ng topic, title agad. So, it is usually read first. So, therefore, it is the most important element that defines the research studies. Ibig sabihin, una pa lang ng ating research, si title na agad yung napapansin. Okay? So, dapat yung title natin is more specific, meron siyang smart talaga ng specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant, and then time-bound. Talagang dapat yung title mo, interest siya pag sa mga reader. Okay? It is usually read first. So, syempre, hindi naman pwedeng SOP agad yung read natin sa research. So, dapat may title muna. Okay? Kapag nanonood tayo ng movie, syempre, title muna. So, kadalasan kasi sa mga titles, nahuhook agad yung yung audience or yung reader kapag yung title mo is very giving. Okay? So, of course, we have a characteristic of uh, good research title. So, it is a example of characteristic of good research title. First, predict the content of the research. Siyempre, in your title, napipredict agad yung content ng research natin. So, syempre, may scope na, may target na, so napipredict kung saan ka mag-survey, saan ka mag-i-interview, sino yung participants mo, hanggang saan lang, hanggang saang scope lang. So, it is predicted na. Okay? Next is interest or is interesting to the reader. So, again, like what I said earlier, dapat ang inyong titles is very interesting to the reader. Okay? Because it is the first content that you usually read. Okay? It is the first. Okay? Next, reflect to the tone of writing. Hindi pwede namang redundant ang inyong title. Dapat yung tone niya is very good or maganda siyang pakinggan. Hindi siya redundant, hindi siya wrong grammar. Next is contains important key that will make easier to locate during a key search. Of course, contains important keywords. Of course, kapag sa title kasi natin, pag kumukuha tayo ng mga uh, literature review, yung keywords ng title natin yung sinesearch, right? So, dapat may keywords, yung important keywords is make it easier to locate. Okay? So, meron tayong tips or we have here the tips for writing an effective research or research title or titles. Okay? So, first is to make sure your research title is describe the topic, the method, and the sample, and the result of your study. Of course, si research, dapat ina-describe niya, na-explain niya yung topic, yung the methods, qualitative ba to, quantitative ba to, the sample, okay, kung saan sample, kung within the area lang ba, or sa lahat, mamimili lang ba, and of course, the result of the study. Okay? Uh, Second is avoid unnecessary words or jargons. So please, the unnecessary or the slang words, please, pakialis po yan. Hindi natin siya kailangan sa research. Okay? Keep the title statement as concise as possible. Concise as possible. If you want title that will be comprehensive, even to the people who are not expert in the field, dapat yung title natin is more easy and readable. Okay? So, easy siya ma-understand ng bawat tao kahit hindi siya sa field natin. Okay? So, dapat naiintindihan pa rin siya. Make sure your title is between 5 and 15 words lang. Hindi na po more than 15. Okay? So, 15 is enough words to do your research or to create a title of your study. Okay? Aim to 50 to 100 characters, but not shorter titles or type more often. Okay, so you can follow this format. So you can follow this format. Again, make sure research title is described in topic, method, sample, research of the study, and second is avoid necessary jargons. Make sure your title between 5 to 15 words length, and you can use this following format of your titles. First is the method. A method, ano yung method na gagamitin? Study of the topic among samples. Okay? So, for example, method. What is the method here? The qualitative, that is the method. Pwede the quantitative, the descriptive study, something like that. So, the method of the study as qualitative study of effective, the topic na mismo. Diba? Sinabihan ko kayo na mag-create ng topic, and after that, we will craft a title. Okay? A qualitative study of effective food safety practice among local restaurant in Cavite. Among, and then sample. So the sample is local restaurant in Cavite. So the title is very specific, may target, may scope. Okay? So next example is this one. So result, a method, study, or topic among samples. Meditation, yun yung result, ay meditation makes nurses perform better. That is the result. And then colon, a qualitative study of mindfulness meditation among German nurses. May sample, German nursing students. Okay, so that's easy to write or to create a title basta may format siya. Okay, so you can use this format to follow the um, the perfect or the correct titles. Okay, so writing research introductions. So this time we will proceed here soon or cycle 5 or 4 of course. So we will tapos na tayo sa matrix, tapos na tayo sa matrix, tapos na tayo sa ongoing tayo sa matrix, and after that we will craft a research title, and of course dito na tayo sa introductions. Okay, so introduction of the study or your study, it is once we we have our working titles. Okay, so we can now proceed to expanding our ideas on topics by drafting our research into documents. Okay, so now, uh, this time, the research introduction, it is a opening section of research papers that provide context, explain the significance of research, and outline the paper structure. It aims to guide the reader from the broad subject area to specific topic of the study, highlighting its importance and settling the stage of the rest of the paper. Okay? So, meron tayong mga parts of the introduction. First is meron tayong background of the study, literature review. I already discussed it nung first meeting na this is the nilalaman ng introduction. So, synthesis, statement of the problem, thesis statement, significance of the study, scope and delimitation, theoretical framework. Okay? So, now, sa BOS, or the background of the study, is this is the state of general specific question or variables that you wish to answer towards the end of the paper. So, sa background of the study, it is a specific question or variables na dapat makita mo of the end of the paper. Okay? Limit objectives in three. Of course, laging three yan. These three question or variables the main content of your paper. So, these three objectives, ito yung magiging content ng inyong paper. So, sa topic na yun, dapat may three objectives ka and ilalagay mo yun sa background. Okay? For example, meron tayong effect of smartphone use on high school students' late patterns and academic performance system subjects. So now, this is the example of the background of study. So you will have meron kang citation, smartphone announced central student lib, providing both educational support and source of distraction. And then sa site mo siya, Levinson et al. It's because madaming author kaya et al. Okay, again, reminders kapag tayo yung maghahanap ng uh, resources, dapat 2020 above, at least 5. Okay, at least 5 years. Okay, so meron siyang introduction, body, and then the conclusion or the end. Okay, so naka-highlight or pag binasa niyo to, ito yung background of the study. Okay, siyempre meron tayong mga boost check dyan. So yung BOS checklist, may items tayo, introduce the general topic, cite credible academic sources, okay? Critically discuss past, so what this means, open with the broad context of the issue, present example, so you don't need to anything, okay? Hindi na kayo maliligaw kasi meron na tayong checklist, okay? Pag connect to the present study, clear show how to current resource building or filled a gap and with statement of the purpose. Okay po? Next, meron tayong literature review. So this time, alam niyo na to, and I know some of you is knowledgeable about this one. It's because na-study na natin siya last time, okay? So, Literary Reviewer or L, it is a comprehensive survey or scholarly sources like books, article, and other publications specific topic. It provides an overview of current state of knowledge by summarizing, analyzing, evaluating, and synthesize the relevant study. Okay, some of you, may nakikita ko na kapag nag-RL, hindi masyadong na-analyze. Okay? Kapag gumagawa tayo ng RL or literature review, it is two topic and then you will compare and after nun, you create your own idea about the two topics, analyzing and summarizing. Okay? You will evaluate those two article or sources and after that, you will add your own knowledge sa pagkakaintindi mo dun sa dalawang study. Okay? So, this is the example of the RL. Of course, meron siyang your own. Hindi siya yung kinokopya nyo, ha? Kinokopya nyo lang after nalalagay nyo sa RL. No, that's not RL. RL, you will evaluate, you will analyzing those two or those uh, studies. Okay? So, of course, meron tayong literature review checklist like kanina sa BOS natin, meron tayong parts. This is credible sources, group-related studies, show agreement or contradictions, identifying gaps, link back to the study's focus, and meron tayong what to check, and samples. Okay? So, ito, SOP. So, we have SOP. SOP is the section state the general and specific question or variables that you wish to answer toward the event, toward the end of the papers. Again, limit the three objectives. Again, this is the SOP. Okay, so this is the main questions of your study. So, dapat nandito na yon ito yung nagiging content ng inyong study. Okay? So, this is the example of the SOP or statement of the problem. So, this aims to address this gap through following research questions. First is how frequently do high school students use smartphone during nighttime hours before schools? Again, kapag gumagawa tayo ng question, ay dapat hindi siya nasasagot ng yes or no. This SOP is the content of your research or your study. So, dapat maayos yung pagka-construct ng SOP. Okay? So, hindi naman kayo maliligaw because meron tayong mga what to check. So, align to the problem, each question direct address to the main problem you describe. Siyempre, dapat naka-align yan sa topic ninyo or this title ninyo. Avoid random or unrelated question, of course. Clear specific, question are precise, using clear terms. Avoid, of course, the jargons and then the malalabang words, yung mga etc. and so on, something like that. So, don't add that to your research or to your study. Okay? Feasible to answer if use appropriate questions were, logical sequence, and then may mga tips how you create those or that topic, okay, or those SOP. Matches the research purpose, keep the relevant, of course, dapat ganun lang palagi. Next, thesis statement. So, thesis statement naman, here's your assumption regarding to the study problem that you have chosen. Example, this study was built based on the assumption by the research 1, assumption 1, and so on. So, this is the example of the thesis statement. Okay? So, meron din tayong what to check for the thesis statement. Significance of the study, highlight why research is worth conducting and how it contributes to the existing knowledge or addresses a specific problem. The significance of the study serves as the justification for investigating time, sources, and effort into the research and the viewers. So, this is the following, or this is the example of the significant of the study. So, significant of study, dapat talaga meron siyang mga specific worth conducting. Okay? So, meron dapat kung kanino mo siya i-address. First is the student. So, yung topic nyo ba para kanino? Saan siya nadededicate? For the student, for the parent, teacher, and of course, don't forget to add future researcher kasi yung research ninyo pwede siyang magamit as a reference in the near future sa mga mag-e-innovate pa ng inyong topic or titles. Okay? So, of course, meron tayong what to include, clear beneficiaries, specific benefits, relevant to problem. Ito yung mga tips na dapat paano gumawa ng significant of the study. Okay? So, next, scope and the limitation. So, scope and the limitation, it is define the boundaries and parameters of study. Ibig sabihin kung hanggang saan lang ba yung studies ninyo, kung sino yung target, kung saan yung scope. Okay? So, this section helps clarify what aspect of research topic will be covered and what will be excluded or included. It is a set of the context for understanding the extent of the study focus limitation imposed on the research. Of course, this is the example of yours uh, of the scope and the limitations. For example, high school student only. For the high school student only, it does not include college or elementary. Specific na po siya kung saan siya target at kung saan lang siya. STEM, STEM subject only or for example, tourism only, ABM only, something like that. So, uh, meron siyang target and scope kung hanggang saan lang yung participant at kung hanggang saan lang yung study. For example, next is a high school, a single school and specific time frame. Therefore, result may be that generalizable to all student and other region. Ibig sabihin, sa isang school lang. Tapos, high school student, hindi kasamang college and elementary. That merong scope. So, meron tayong what to include and samples, clear scope, what the study covers, yung covers ng scope na yon, location, time frame, method tools, clear delimitation, possible delimitations. Okay? So, theoretical framework. So, theoretical framework naman, it is a fundamental structure for research. Okay? So, it is providing a conceptual model that guides the study and link to existing knowledge. Okay? For example, this one. So, meron na talagang theoretical. Okay? Cognitive load theory by Sweller, as cited by Rhyhorn, 2020. That is theoretical. So, this is the what to include and sample. So, dapat may mga parts tayo. Okay? Next, do you have any questions? So, that's all for today. Again, we discussed the introduction, yung mga nilalaman ng mga introductions, the background of the study, the literature review, synthesis, statement of the problem, thesis statement, significance of the study, scope and delimitation, theoretical framework. All of those is under of research introductions. Again, we will crafting a title. After nun title na yun, we will create or craft a background of the study, literature review, statements, synthesis, statement of a problem, and so on. So, if something hard to if nahihirapan mag-create ng title, syempre, nag-create na tayo ng format. So, susundan nyo lang siya. And after nun, isa-isahin na natin. Okay? Background of the study, and after nun, lahat na. Okay? So, important lang doon is dapat naiintindihan natin yung topic and then interesado tayo sa topic. Okay po? So that's all for today. Thanks so much and God bless.